Hello, Brenton with All Octane here. In this video, I am going to open up some brand new Hot Wheels that I was able to find on the pegs. These are the D-case cars. So you can tell what these cars are based on the letter here on the back. Again, we've kind of covered this in another video. I believe this glossiness is a reinforcement, so they no longer have to have peg holders here on the front. So now we've got them on the back. These are going to be D-case cars that I was able to find at a Target. These are hitting in my area. And so I was able to find most of them. There are a few that I was not able to find exclusively. I think the black RX-7. I know that's going to be a supercharger hunt, but there's also just a mainline version. I wasn't able to find that, but I wanted to get this video, guys, on the internet for you so you could see some of these cars in case you haven't found them yet. I'm going to go ahead and start off with more of the fantasy castings on the right row. I'm just going to work quickly through them. This one actually is kind of cute. It is called See Me Rollin'. They See Me Rollin'. It's kind of a cool name. I like the cleverness of that. I'm a big pun person and wit. I like using words. So I like the play on words, See Me Rollin'. It kind of harkens back to, I believe, well, I think this is dice. So I believe that's what it is. And I think on the back here it says that you can roll it and it is kind of like a die that you can use for games, I guess. So I guess I'll have to try that on board game night or something. Next up, we have 2 Jet Z in a recolor of black. This is probably my favorite one so far. The original one that won the Hot Wheels Legends was silver, and that one was cool. Then it was recolored in blue. That one was all right. This black recolor with red windshield is wonderful. This is epic. Has like a very stealth feeling. And I might get some shots with this one on the aircraft carrier from Matchbox with the Top Gun jets, just because it looks cool. All right, next up we've got the Surfin' School Bus. And this casting, I believe, goes back a long way. It's been out for quite a while. It might have modified it a little bit here and there. I'm not real familiar with the casting, but I always used to liken it when I was a kid. I used to go to Norwalk Raceway and they had Cool Bus, I believe, which is a wheelie stander that would go the whole track on the rear wheels. And it kind of reminds me of that. And so that's kind of why I picked it up. One of the more popular tuned castings, fantasy castings, is Manga Tuner. And I know everybody liked this when it first came out. I was able to find it. And this is obviously now in pink, which pink is always a popular color, a cute little thing. It's got some tampos up top here, yellow interior. They did well with this one. I'm sure people are going to be going after that one as well. Next up, we have Donut Drifter. And again, play on words. The naming is fantastic. I'm going to blast through it. I like donuts. My brother loves them more. So it's kind of why I picked this up. I like to try to get him just little trinkets and stuff for like stocking stuffers. And I know he likes donuts. Next up, we got Locomotion. This is kind of more of a steampunk type casting now. It was Thomas the Tank Engine, and now we have this, which is kind of like Wild Wild West almost. Yeah, that's a unique casting to say the least. Last up on this side, we've got Audacious, and Audacious is in red. Again, I believe it's meant to be an Audi. I can't remember which one specifically, but it is not a licensed casting, but it's mimicked to be an Audi. It's part of the Art Car series. I'm not entirely sure what this is going to spell this year, but it does have a letter R. Next up, we've got Fastbed Hauler. If you're like me, you like to have tow trucks and flatbeds and rollbacks just to add to the collection so you can put cars on them. So there's the tampos on this one. Looks stunning. There we go. And again, this does have a little bit of a sliding bed that you could put a car on it. So let's go ahead and put 2 Jet Z on it. Oh, wow, that paint is really stunning on the roof there. I don't know if it's coming through on camera. It turns up blue. Yeah, this thing is amazing. Harkens back, I think, to some of the colors they used to put on the 50s cars, like the 57 Chevy. Back in like the early 2000s, the late 90s, early 2000s. If you're able to catch this one in person, I highly recommend picking it up. Now that I've opened it up, this thing is stunning. Well worth it. That's actually a really nice casting. The paint job is spectacular. Didn't catch that at first. Next up, we've got the 2019 Chevy Silverado Trail Boss LT, and we've seen this casting before, but now it has camo, which is always cool. I like the olive green. I actually made a custom Raptor in kind of this greenish color, but the brown wheels, again, kind of off-putting. I'm not the biggest fan of the brown wheels. There's the top, there's the other side of it, but I do like the casting overall. We've seen it, I believe, in blue, red, white. We've seen it in white. All right, we've got a 91 GMC Cyclone. This is a recolor. We've seen this in black, we've seen this in red, and now we have it in blue. The blue two-tone, a very kind of iconic 80s, 90s time frame. There it is. It's got the tampos in the rear. There you go. And blade wheels, nothing up front. But overall, it's a very nice casting. All right, one of them that I was super excited to find is the 2021 Ford Bronco. This is again going to be part of the then and now, which means, you know what that means, they're going to have the older version. So they brought out the new version first, which is epic to me, and then they're going to probably bring out the later version in blue, which I don't know if we've seen. Have we seen a later Bronco from Mattel? From Hot Wheels in blue? I don't know if we have. I know we've seen Matchbox do the later Broncos. So let's see what they bring out. This thing is amazing. I'm so excited for it. And I won't lie, even if I could, I would probably buy a Bronco Sport if I had the money for it. Those things are epic. But if I had the serious money, I would probably go for one of these as well. This is a stunning casting. All around launch in blue, which is a very Ford-esque color. The lines and proportionates, not hard to do, but they got it right. It is pretty much just a box, so they did well with it. That's a stunning casting. Next up, we've got the Ion Motors Thresher. If you've seen the Hot Wheels Spy Racers video that I have done, we've seen this once in, I believe, a gray similar, purple. We haven't seen it in a gray. The mainline version is now in this kind of grayish, dark gray. And then I believe a recolor is coming, which I think I have another video coming up with that here very, very soon, of the another recolor with the moving parts, where this button down here will actually slide a part forward and backward. But there we go. And this one, I believe, has an interior. I think if you can kind of see it on camera, it's kind of hard to tell. I apologize for the reflection. But this one does have an interior. A lot of the moving parts ones do not. I say moving parts, but it's obviously not Matchbox. It's kind of like a moving part thing. All right, now we've got Magic 8 Ball. There's a lot of rumors that this is kind of like a super treasure hunt going around. If you find it with the rubber tires, rubber wheels, it does have like a little graphic there telling you that it is like a Magic 8 Ball. So here on the bottom, you can see it says, concentrate and ask again. So it's a little Magic 8 Ball. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, it doesn't do anything other than that. So I guess if you find multiples of these, you can pick them all up, and they all have different sayings on them. So there's the Tampo. Overall, the Roger Dodger casting is a very popular casting, so it's kind of fun that they were able to add that in. I'm just going to kind of keep going here on the bottom side. We've got Twin Mill. Twin Mill is obviously an iconic casting, and it's in blue on this time, yellow kind of stripes to it. There's the side, kind of has the blade wheels to it. That looks kind of cool. Specifically like that. Iconic as always. Next up, we've got the Volkswagen Beetle. This is part of the Love 2021. So these are going to be the holiday racers. We've already seen the Christmas. I believe we've seen Halloween, and Halloween is going to be the treasure hunt. Or no, that's past. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure, but here we got the Beetle for Halloween for Valentine's Day, which is definitely coming up very, very soon. There it is. If it's that kind of time frame, that kind of 60s-esque. I know the Beetle's been around forever, but that's kind of normally what people think of when they think of a Beetle. All right, let's go to one of my favorite castings, Jaguar XE SV Project 8 in red. I'm gonna probably collect all of these just because it's an awesome car. And again, I believe Harry's Garage kind of has one of these cars. Doesn't have the wing, but he's got a real life one, and it's stunning. There's the rear tampos, there's front tampos, nothing on the side, but overall, wonderful casting. Let's move then right to the BMW M3 Gt2. We've seen this a couple times before as well. This is another recolor, but it's nice to have it back. There it is. Side tampos, top tampos, nothing in the rear, nothing in the front. It does have the BMW logo, which is kind of cool. And these wheels, check that out. Kind of like the McLaren Speedtail wheels. They're in black. These ones are in black though, or they're smaller too. That might be a newer wheel. All right, let's go to the Ford GT40. Again, this is going to be on the Then and Now series, so they're going to definitely make another Ford GT. GT40 is indicated up to 40 inches between the height. So 40 inches from the ground to the base, the roof. That's the 40 inches. The new one, I believe, is actually shorter than that. So that's why they don't call it the GT40 and the GT, or it might be taller, one of the two. But that's why they don't call it that. This car is very, very wide. It's kind of hard to describe on camera, but it is very wide. But we're definitely going to see another GT. We're going to move to the Jesko. The J is silent. Jesko, or however that works. This is going to be a recolor as well. Very similar to the Bugatti situation on the Matchbox. Matchbox has a light gray Bugatti and a dark gray Bugatti Divo. This is a dark gray Jesko with green, and we've already seen a light gray one. I'm not quite sure which one's now going to make my case. The light gray made the case for the Divo, and I might switch out the dark one of the Jesko for the light one in my display case. This car is awesome. I really enjoy Koenigsegg's. All right, we've got a Then and Now Nissan GT-R R35. So what does that mean? Are we going to see a 34, a 33, a 32? Are we going to see one of the 70s? They can do so many Skylines. We've seen them all. So this is going to be interesting to know which one. And there's probably leaks out there of knowing which one it is. I just haven't checked. So if you guys do know, you can spoiler below. Just if you're reading comments and below, don't spoil it for yourself. All right, there it is. GTRs are awesome as always. All right, let's get down to kind of the final six, which are super popular. We've got the Honda Civic Si in blue. I was actually quite surprised to find this one, as well as the Honda CRX. These are very popular castings. Hondas are always popular. This one has rear tampo, front tampo. A very simple casting, but very, very popular. I like it. Good stuff. All right, we'll go to the Subaru Wrx Sti in yellow. This casting's not as popular, but it is a cool car nonetheless. I don't feel like they've ever done this one justice completely. I know Matchbox is going to be coming out with a what is the new Super Fast, which is the collector's, I think, version. And that thing looks amazing. Or maybe it is Hot Wheels. Maybe Hot Wheels is going to do the blue and yellow mainline. I can't remember. I saw it on Lamley. All right, so then we've got the 06 Pontiac GTO. I have mixed feelings on this one. The paint job, stunning. The casting, epically done. Why did they make it a drag car? I'm not entirely sure. Why did they add the roll bars? Why did they add the big tires and the skinnies up front? Maybe they'll do a Dodge Demon out of this. Maybe the next casting, because this is all part of the base. So other than the parachute, which as you can see right there in part of the bumper, other than the parachute, the base can change. So they could easily make a different base with 4 regular size tires and put this casting, quote unquote, back to normal. And we would have a very, very cool Pontiac GTO. Doesn't have the love that it probably deserves, but I have a feeling Hot Wheels is going to change that now by making this casting. Yeah, I have a feeling collectors will go bananas over this kind of thing, and that following for this type of car in real life is going to go up. There There we go. All right, let's go to the, which one shall we do? We'll go, I already had it. We'll go to the 85 Honda Crx. Again, we've seen this casting before. It's in a recolor now. As always, an enjoyable casting. There it is, top tampos, side tampos. It has a very red, white, and blue. We had a lot of red, white, and blue cars in this case. All right, let's go to the Porsche 935 Magnus Walker. This one's gonna come just like it did in the other Porsche. It's gonna have, this one has a red hood. There's gonna be a new one coming out in another case that's gonna have a blue hood. So you gotta make sure you keep track of all of that stuff. Don't think it's the same car because it might not be. So just make sure you're getting it. There it is, white with red up top. The Urban Outlaw livery. Sides, no tampos on the back. No tampos really up front. That's just the, I believe that's just the plastic. All right, last up, probably one of the most anticipated castings is the Lancia Delta Integrale. Yeah, this thing is cool. New for 2021. I don't remember if we've ever seen this in the premium line. I don't think we have, which means you know they're going to do it here eventually. They actually, I think, already have plans to put it in the main line. I know there's also going to be a recolor of this thing in black, which is also really cool. There's no tampos up top, but there are tampos in the front. Look at the detail on that thing. Amazing. No tampos in the rear, though, just sides and front. But hey, can't complain about that. So there it is. There are some 2021 D-Case cars that I was able to find on the pegs. Let me know which ones are your favorites. I think probably out of this case, the Bronco is one of my favorites. The Lancia is one of my favorites. And I just always like the Jaguars, but BMW is cool. The GTO, again, is really cool if they change the tires up on that one. Yesco, as always, Cyclone. There are just so many favorites. But if I had to pick one, definitely the Bronco. That's me. All right, let me know in the comments below what you guys think, and until the next one, have a good one.